welcome back, YouTubers. Today what we're going to do is I'm going to sharpen the blades on my Honda twin blade mower. I've already went ahead and removed the spark plug wire. I've tipped the machine up on its side, and it's very important to make sure this is where the air filter is, this is where the carburetor is, and make sure this is the side you tip pointing up. Never point the carburetor down. Also, the gas is up on this side too, so if you tip it up with the gas cap up, that's the side where the carburetor is. Alright, with the tools I'm going to need for this, I need a C-clamp. This is a 4-inch C-clamp. I got a block of wood, like a 2x4 or something. Alright, and then what you need is a nice scraper. I like a stiff blade. It doesn't give when you scrape. Also, I have a gasket scraper. Now I'm going to clean the underside of the deck with my deck scraper. And the size wrench you need for these, I believe, is a 14. Yep, it's a 14. So with that up, the blade up against the block of wood, okay, so it doesn't travel around when you're loosening it, you take your 14 and this is the bolt. These two bolts come out and your twin blades come off. If you're unsure of how the blades stack, take your smartphone and take a picture of it, and then when you go to put it back together, you'll know exactly how to put it back together. I'm going to stop this video, I'm going to take these blades off, and when I come back on, I'll show you how to scrape them, clean them, and check to see if they're bent. Okay, over. Alright, I'm back again, and I just got the blades scraped down, got most of the grass off of them, and what I'm going to do is use this as a precision leveler, and I've already mounted this to the wall. It's level, everything is level, so I know this is going to give me a good reading. And this little thing right here, this little angle, is going to check and make sure that my blades aren't bent. I'm going to leave it out, and I'm going to put a blade on here, and the magnets come up and make sure it's back enough. And what you do is you spin the blade down, and that's making contact, so push it in, push this in, there you go. And now we spin it all the way around again, and that's good. That's very good. That's as close as it hits there. I mean, I could tweak it a little bit. I'll probably put it in a vise and try it a little bit here. I'll try it one-handed and put it in a vise and give it a small tweak. Let's see if it's helped. Now you put it on, the magnets come up in the back and hold the blade, and then we're going to spin it around, and it hits there and it's there. It hits the exact same amount, so that's a good blade. And now the second bigger blade, move the magnets up in the back and see where it hits. Okay, it doesn't hit there. Let's see. It does hit pretty good there. So this blade needs a tweak, and it's going to need to be tweaked and bent out. So I'm going to put it in this way and try to give it a bend and in a vise. There. And then we're going to put it back on here and move the magnets up so it hits in the back. And then, okay, it doesn't hit there, and it hits there. Okay, needs another bend. Alright, one more bend should do it. And we bend it out. I felt it bend that time a little bit. I'm definitely going to buy new blades for this, because this is the original set that came with it, but right now I'm going to get these hopefully to work. Alright, that's Alright, I think I'm going the wrong way with it. Alright, let me bend this side out. Bend it out. Now, test that. Okay, it does not hit, and I think we're good. Yeah, say right there. And I'll switch it around. And right there. That's good. Okay, we're good. So both blades pass. I can use them now. All I gotta do now is sharpen them, and then I'll show you how to balance them. I'm gonna sharpen them. Just about anybody knows how to sharpen blades. I'll sharpen them, and then but I'm gonna show you how to balance them on this precision balancer. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just want to touch on some further points. Whenever I get a new mower, what I do, first thing I do is I pull the nuts that hold the blade on, and I put this on. It's anti-seize lubricant. This jar I've had since I bought it. I mean, 15 years probably, and it's still a lot left because you don't need that much, believe me. But you want to put this on these bolts right there. It doesn't take much. I'll probably put a little bit more on. You only need, I do it like once every 3 years. Put that anti-seize on, and they won't seize up in there. The water, nothing penetrates. It's not going to rust. It's going to be so much easier to get those off, and that's one nice tip. You want to do that. Put that anti-seize on there. Okay, I'm going to scrape the bottom of the deck with this specially designed scraper. You can get these just about anywhere, and you want to scrape this all clean while you're changing your blades. I'm going to get it all clean. I'm holding the camera, so I'm not going to do it now, but when I show it again, it'll be all clean. Okay, before I scrape and get all that stuff going around, I'm putting these bolts back in where they came out of, so that the holes don't get all junked up. Plus I don't lose the bolts. So I'll put these back in here, and that's all going to be scraped clean. And then let's go over to the blades. Okay, the blades, there's one other tool you're going to need, is a nice stiff wire brush. And I'm going to scrape all this stuff here. I can't hold the camera and scrape too, but I'm going to scrape all that off. You don't want any of this on here, because that'll throw off your balance when you go to balance them. Because when you balance these, you want them, you don't want nothing on there. So you're going to use whatever works best for where you're scraping. This might work better on some areas. The flat areas, this might work good. And then to finish it all off, just wire brush the rest of it off with this. Okay, that's all I wanted to touch on this segment, and I'll be back with some more. Okay, out. Alright, my dog's going crazy there. Alright, hey, I'm back again. This is, I got them sharpened. Definitely gonna have to buy new blades, because there's a big chunk. Where is it? Right there's a big chunk out of this blade. So I gotta order a new set of these. I'll probably save these for fall leaf chopping. And because there's always seems to be rocks and stuff in the leaves, so I'll probably save these. I mean, they're still pretty decent. Here's the leveler. You put it on, and this thing will tell you in detail if it's decent or not. And you know, it looks like I did a really good job on that one anyways. So that one's good. Now let's see the smaller one, the twin. And you just snap it on and let it level itself. And I think we're good to go. Now, if that was off, what I would do is instead of running back to the bench grinder that I had, I'll use my portable angle grinder, and I got a flap disc, and it seems to work really good at just fine tuning it. In fact, I'll probably use this here, the flap disc, to take the burr off the back, because there's a small burr when you get done grinding. So I'll just lightly touch the back of the grind. That's not where you really want to grind, but you want to take the burr off. So this flap disc does a great job, and it just lightly one time on all the backs of the blades, and they're going to be nice and sharp. They're going to cut really well. You're going to have healthy grass. I guess that's it. I mean, you put them on the same way you take them off. I scraped the deck. Let me go out and show you. I scraped the deck off. And that's pretty much it. Right there's the bench grinder setup. I got it on my workmate. And but right here, I scraped it all down. I left these are the bolts. I left them in the holes so this junk didn't get in there. And I'm gonna put the block of wood back up with the C-clamp. So I can tighten it down good. I notice you really don't need it if you get a heavy pair of gloves, because you're not tightening the center bolt, you're tightening these out here. So I mean, you don't need to put that block of wood back in to put them on, but I do it just because I've always done it. So okay, I hope this helped you out. If it helped you out, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and if you want to see new videos when they come up, hit the little bell icon and you'll be notified when I have a new video. Alright, it was fun making this. Thank you, and out. I'm back again. I forgot one step that I like to do when I change my blades is I like to spray the deck with this Mow deck, the underside, and I think it helps prolong the deck, and it helps with the grass from sticking up under there. And sometimes I'll spray it with WD-40 too, but this stuff is made for it, and I got this stuff on Amazon. It's great stuff. Mow deck. You just hit it, spray it in. I think it's a silicone or something. Spray it in there, get it wet, all wet and everything. Spray everything in there. Spray the chute, up in the chute, spray up in there. The plastic's good for plastic, metal, and just be liberal with it. Just get it in there. Now you're gonna let this dry, and once it dries on there, you're gonna notice a difference. This grass is gonna throw out better. It's still gonna clog, but not as bad, not half as bad. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. All right. Hey, have a good one, and out.